Hello friends, this is Ratan Kumar. Today we will discuss about how to create Google Forms. These Google Forms I have been using for the past 1 year in my undergraduate classes. This is very simple and effective way of communicating to students online. Through Google Forms, we can create online assignments, online quizzes, as well as online tests. Let's look into how to create these Google Forms. In the browser, you can take any browser, Google Chrome or any other browser. You have to type forms.google.com. After typing forms.google.com, you will be asked to sign in. So as I have already signed in with my Google account, Gmail account, now you will get several options like this. These options are not needed at this moment for a teacher. These are the Google Forms I have created for my students. Let us look into one of the Google Form. So I have created this Google Form for BSc final year students. The topic is nuclear physics. Here you can see the responses. Also you can see here there are 39 responses. So you can take the email address and their hall ticket number and name of the group like MPC, MPCS, MPE. As our college is having three types of groups in BSc and their hall ticket number and like that. So I have given 10 questions and also one short answer question. I have given 9 multiple choice questions, one short answer question. So these are the responses given by the students, so which we will discuss later. Now this is one of the example. I will show another example. You can also create Google Forms in Telugu like I am showing here. This is for the second years I have given in Telugu, Google Forms in Telugu. As usual, I will give one short answer question, 9 descriptive questions. So you can collect their email address, hall ticket number, and multiple choice questions. 4 options will be there, and they have response. Here are the responses of them, and you will get the scores, all these things which we will discuss. And again, I want to show one more thing. Not only you can give these Google Forms for questions, for assignments, you can give it for feedback also. Whenever any event happened in your college, you can give them for feedback. Now I will show the Google Form which I have given for National Science Day for taking the feedback. So we have created like this: name, course, year you are studying, and you can give some linear scale about how satisfied you are with the seminar and the seminar content. All those things you can get by feedback through Google Forms, and these are the responses. For the current context of giving exam to the students, we don't look into that aspect. Now let's look at into how to create this Google Form. For creating Google Forms, you have to click this blank symbol, blank form. So after clicking on that, you will get Google Form like this. So you have to give the title. Suppose I want to give a topic something like nuclear physics. I want to give this topic. So after I will keep enter. So after getting here also you will get the same title. You can give the description, what are the units or what are the features of this Google Form, like all the students attempt all the questions, anything something like describing that form. Now After giving here the title, now before getting in how to create, let's go to the settings. Here that setting symbol will be there. You click on that one, and like this way this pop-up will come, and here you have to click collect email addresses, because we have to send the marks to them, so we have to collect the email addresses. And as this is a multiple choice questions will be there, so we will give limit to one response, because if you give more responses, it will be confusing when you get the final result of all students, so we have to limit it to one response. And respondents can edit after sub. This is not needed, we should not click these things, because we will not permit the students to give responses. So here we have to remember one thing. In an ideal classroom environment, we want to allow students to communicate among themselves. So in a virtual classroom, there is a possibility of students communicating among themselves. To avoid this thing, we will make as nearer to the ideal classroom as possible. Like here limiting the response to one, and also we will not allow students to get their responses what they have given or correct responses immediately. We will give after everybody has submitted the answer. So another tab, presentation tab. So here in the presentation, it is better to give shuffle question order to prevent discussion among the students. I will click this shuffle question order, and here confirmation message after they have given the response. You can give something like your response has been recorded, something like that, has been recorded, something like that. You can give the students after submitting of the form. And here you, you have to make this as a quiz. So I will click this one to make it as a quiz. And also here there are certain options are there, quiz options. Here I will not give answer immediately after the submission. Whenever a student submits the answer, he should not see what is correct, what is right, till everyone in the classroom submits the answer. So here I will click later after manual review. And also respondents can see here missed questions, correct answers. We should not allow students to know what is correct answer, and also the point values. You can give the point values like this. After that one you can click the save button. Now here you have got email address. It is a asterisk mark is there, which indicates that you have to collect the response. Compulsory student has to give his email address. Now let us look into how to create a question in a Google form. Here you have to go to this plus symbol. After clicking it, first you have to collect which group they belongs to. Suppose if you have a BSc physics having multiple groups like MPCS, MPC, MPE or Telugu medium, so like that you will have. So here I will create a drop down box. So like this drop down. After creating here I will create which group you will belongs to, which group you belongs to. I will type one question, and I will click here mandatory required answer. Here suppose BSc MPCS. After the click I will click enter. Next again BSc MPC. Next BSc MPC Telugu medium. Like that one you have to give certain options. Like this way you can create the drop down, which is useful for collecting the data about the students to which group they belongs to. Now I will create another question. Here I have clicked. Here I will show how to get short answers. Sometimes you will give students questions for which they have to answer short questions, short answers. Usually, I will give these type of questions for collecting the manual problem answer. Because if I give multiple choice, students will randomly click something among four options. So I will give these questions for doing the problems, for giving problematic questions. Suppose something like what is the value of velocity of light? Something like velocity of light. They have to give the written answer. If we give four answers, they can immediately click something. So in order to make them prevent communicating among themselves, I will give one or two questions like this. So here the short answer question. Suppose what is the answer they will give. So here you can see one more thing here, answer key. If you click in the answer key, you will get something like this. So what is the answer? I am giving the correct answer, something. This one won't be given to the students. They won't see this answer. Suppose something like something like 3 lakhs. I want to give 3 lakhs. Something randomly, some multiple zeros. So I will give answer and only one answer. I will limit to one answer. And I will give the number of points, 1 or 2 points here. Usually we will give 1 mark to the question, and mark here you have to check mark all other answers as incorrect. You have to check back this one. After giving the answer, you have to click done. Now you have to make it this one as a mandatory question. So I will click this one required. Like that way you can create the question. And also if you want to give another question something similar to it, you can click on this copy symbol, duplicate symbol here. This will be useful for creating questions easily. Suppose I have created this, I will just a little bit I will model what is the velocity of sound. Just this will be useful for the lectures. And answer key I will give. Now the answer is different, so I will give something around something like 300. Now I'll click done. So like that way I will create the questions, and I will show how to create one more question by clicking like this. And suppose here I will show, usually teachers will give multiple choice questions. So let's click on this multiple choice questions. And suppose what is the shape of the something like a nucleus. Now the answer, what is the answer? Suppose like a sphere, something like a sphere. I will click enter. Cube, rhomboid, something like a rhomboid. I will give otherwise none of the above, something like I will give. And after giving the four options, I will keep this one mandatory, and also this answer key. I have to tell which is the correct answer to the computer. Here correct answer is sphere. So I will click done. Okay, so like this way we will create three types of questions I have shown. These are the questions we will usually teachers give questions like in assignment form like that. So like this we can create Google Forms. You can create number of questions. Usually we will give 10 to 20 questions for internal assignments for our universities, state universities. Yeah, like this way we can create a number of Google Forms. So after creating the Google form, you have to send the form to your students. So what you will do is, here you can see the send button. You click on that one. So after clicking, you will get a dialog box like this. So in this dialog box, you can manually enter the email IDs of the students here, and you can modify the message here, subject, message, like that. Or you can send the link here. If you press here, you can copy this whole link by clicking on copy, or you can shorten the URL and click copy. Like that way you can send, or you can embed this Google form link in some website or something like this by clicking on this one. Like this you can copy the code. Usually we will use this link and send into the WhatsApps or mail or something like that. This is the easiest way. We have learned about how to create Google Forms. Now I will show, after students submitting the answers, we have to collect their responses. Now I will show one of the example after collecting the responses. So here I have given this question to my students. So here some, let us see, they have, you have to click this responses tab here. Responses tab here. You can see after clicking, these are the responses. You can analyze in multiple ways. So average, here you can see the average class marks is 6.36, median is 7, and range. Most of the students answered in 2 to 9 questions. So frequently missed questions. Oh, this is the question frequently missed. And also we can see the scores of the students, their email IDs, their marks. So after everyone in the class has submitted the answer, you can click here, release the scores. So here you can see, you can release the marks to all the students, send emails. So marks will be given to their email IDs. You can collect their hall ticket numbers, what are the hall ticket numbers, and also which groups have responded. So we have given 3 groups, MPC, MPCS, MP, which have given more response. We can see here by clicking on this one. You can see like this. So the number of answers like this, and you can see each question. Suppose here, most stable radioactive nuclei, iron 26 members have given this answer, and 9 members have given this wrong answer. This green color indicates the correct answer. How many people have responded? Like this you can collect all the responses. Now this is the descriptive question at the end. See how many people have given what type of answers, how much percentage of people has given such type of answers. You can analyze this Google form, and if you want to collect all these responses on a record, so here you can click this spreadsheet icon, and you will get the new spreadsheet. So immediately it will be opened, it will be saved, this spreadsheet will be saved in your Google Drive. If you go to your Google Drive, you can see all these responses in your Google Drive. So like this you can see all these responses in your Google Drive where you have created these Google Forms. So like that way you will get all the responses. So as you can see, these Google Forms are very useful for analyzing the results very easily. But initially creating the Google Forms a little bit difficult, but once you create it, it will be very useful and very easy to analyze the results. So this is how we'll create Google Forms. If you have any doubts, you can email me to my email ID. Thank you.